Hello guys and welcome to another video. My name's Mark, I'm an entrepreneur and property investor, and in today's video we're going to be going over to France. So we're going to be taking a bit of a road trip. This is going to be a vloggy style video. So we're going to be going over to my serviced accommodation. Well, actually we're going to go over to my holiday home at the moment, but we're going to talk about how we're going to turn it into a serviced accommodation, how we're going to hopefully make £40,000 a year from it, and how we're going to dress it up, list it on Airbnb and booking.com and start the money flowing through. So today's video is going to be very interesting, I hope, and I want to show you all the sort of things that we've been getting together in order to dress this property up, because when it's just our holiday home we've just been treating it as so. Let me just flip the camera around and show you what we've got in the car. So we've got sort of these sort of pictures here. This is quite an interesting one. It's got some glitter on it. It's of the Eiffel Tower. We've got some sort of steampunk type stuff, and as I'm doing all the filming and editing and all that sort of stuff on this trip, I've got my own camera equipment, everything here. I've got my drills, I've got all the stuff that we need to be compliant going over to France. We've got lots of soft furnishings inside. Let me take you inside and show you all the soft furnishings. There's absolutely loads of those. We're going to really dress this property up. We're going to make it look absolutely fantastic. And as I said, we're hopefully going to make £40,000 a year from it. Hi Alfie. Hi JJ. So here we are, we've got all the soft furnishings here, as you can see. Absolutely loads of cushions and pillows, and we've got a chaise lounge there and all sorts of things. I think it's probably a bit dark in here, isn't it, for filming? Let's turn the light on. It may or may not have helped, I don't know. But look, we've got all the soft furnishings here. We've got a chaise lounge that's going over. We've got a few chairs, a few other things. The kids are going crazy at the moment. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get on the road and then I'll report back to you. See you in a minute, guys. So guys, we've made it to Portsmouth. We've made it to the ferry terminal. We're about to board. It took us 2 attempts to get out of the house because unfortunately, Hinel, you forgot what?
Our passport.
She did indeed. So we have finally made it to the terminal. We're about to board the ferry. I'm going to go through and show you a bit about the cabin, tell you a little bit about the route that we're taking. We're going from Portsmouth to Caen. So it's about a 6-hour crossing, 7-hour crossing. But because we're doing it overnight, it takes a little bit of extra time and it just allows us to have a sleep on the ferry. So I think we get there at about 6:45 tomorrow morning. I'll be able to run through everything with you. We've got a car absolutely loaded up with stuff. We've got a chaise lounge, we've got soft furnishings, we've got all sorts of things which I can't wait to dress the property with, and then we should be able to get that advert up on Airbnb and booking.com and really start to make some money out of this property. So guys, you join me in the kitchen of my French house, which is absolutely fantastic. We've just arrived. Nobody's been here for a long time, so there is a lot of cleaning up to do. There's a lot of work to making this place look really good. I've unloaded the car, I've got my chaise lounge out, I've got all of the art and all the things that we're going to be using to make the place look a lot better, all the soft furnishings, all that sort of stuff, ready for us to do the photography. It's going to look absolutely fantastic, and then we're going to get to making sure we get this rented out. I've got a chap who's going to be managing it, Guy. He's coming over later on today, which is really good. I've got my breakfast sat on the table waiting for me. And let me just zoom in on the breakfast. I know this channel is all about property investing, but if you're in France, you better eat some nice breakfast. So guys, I'm going to get to eating that, making this place look great, and then I'm going to come back and show you the end results and give you a house tour. So I'll see you in a minute. So guys, welcome to France, welcome to my French house. We've done a little bit of work on it. It's by no means the end product, but we're going to be working way into the night and I'm not going to be able to show you anything. As you can see, the light is already fading. So I'm going to show you what we've done so far, talk you through the figures, talk you where we are, and tell you exactly how much we're going to make on this. Because to be honest, at the moment, it's all looking quite good. We've already had our first booking. It came in a couple of days ago, £2,000 over the Christmas period. Absolutely fantastic, really happy with that. But let's go inside, let me show you what we've done so far. It's only been 3 days here, so we have done quite a lot in those 3 days, and I want to share that with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around so you won't see my face, but I'll talk you through what you're seeing. So here we go. So guys, this is the entrance hall as you come in. As you can see, we've got drills and we're still doing lots of work. And this is a bit of a concept I've got up here. This is our logo for the property, but we're going to get this done in acrylic. It's going to look much better than that. So into one of the kitchens. So this is the kitchen on the farmhouse side. And as you can see, it's been laid out. We're just doing some photo shoots. The Haribos are not necessary for the photo shoots. If we come through here, we can see the lounge, or one of the lounges. lounges. This is kind of the farmhouse side. Really sweet kind of farmhouse kind of vibe in here. And these lights look absolutely fantastic. I really like those. So this is the downstairs of the farmhouse side. And as I said, there's two sides to this property. There's the farmhouse and the bungalow. And when we bought it, we bought the farmhouse side and my parents bought the bungalow side. And the reason was that my dad had MS before he passed away, which happened a couple of years ago, very sad to say. But we did buy this so that he could holiday with us over in the bungalow side and we could adapt that as his needs changed. But as you can see on the farmhouse side, absolutely lovely, really sweet kind of farmhouse vibe. If we go up the stairs, there are 4 bedrooms. And I'll flip it around again for you. And as you can see, one of the bedrooms is through here. Really nice, and that adjoins onto another bedroom up the stairs, which is a really sweet loft bedroom with 2 beds. So perfect for children. Nice little bit of play area down here. It's a really sweet space, and my kids absolutely love it. So I don't know if it comes through on the video, but this hallway is absolutely ginormous. Maybe if I frame myself in it, you can see. I can stretch all the way out, I can't touch the wall. It's absolutely massive. I want to show you the master bedroom, because actually, this room we have almost finished dressing. What do you think to this? It looks good, doesn't it? I'm actually a real fan of what we've done in this room. I think it looks really good. I'll give you some hints. This, £30 from Dunelm. That picture up there, £20 from Dunelm. I cannot believe how cheap some of this stuff was. But the effect of the room is, it looks really smart. I'm really impressed with how this room has finished off. It looks absolutely amazing. The second room, just here, as you can see, we have 4 bedrooms up here. So this room, which we call the second bedroom, again, a really sweet bedroom. Really like that, how it all comes off. And it's got a balcony out there actually. I'll show you that quickly. And I will show you the balcony. We still need to make it safe. which is why we're keeping that shut, and we're going to take away the key, because it does have a bit of work to make that safe. But it is a standing platform, it is all concreted. We can turn it into a balcony. We're going to put a glass sort of enclosure around it to make it safe, and it'll look really nice. But now I'm into the bathroom. What do you think to this? It's huge. And it really is a big space. And one of the things I wanted to do with this property was to start to brand it. And as you can see here, I've got the La Rocha, the towels. I've got the towels with the name of the property. And we've got a new sign for outside, which is coming very shortly. Unfortunately, my wife ordered it, and I had asked for it to be 30 centimetres by 60 centimetres, which would be a really decent size. And she ordered 30 mil by 60 mil. So we ended up with a sign that big by that big. It was tiny, and it was still £50. So we are reordering that, the right size now. But this is the farmhouse side. Hopefully you enjoyed the tour of that, and we'll go through the atrium and into the bungalow side, which is a whole nother property. So guys, quick confession, it's actually now the next day. We had too little light. I thought, you know what, I'll leave it till the morning and I'll show you everything. This is actually the last day we're here, but as we said, we're in the atrium. We've got the La Rocha thing. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier on, but that will be changed to an acrylic. It's gonna look absolutely fantastic. I'll take you into the garden in a minute now I have some light, but come through into the property. So we've got a small bedroom in here, a single child's bedroom in here, and we have another kitchen, obviously. This is self-contained, so you can use either side, but as you can see, we've got a self-contained kitchen in there, really functional. And then we've got this huge kind of living dining room space, really nice, and we have a big conservatory just off here. So lots and lots of space for entertaining. Remember, there's 7 bedrooms here, so that you need a lot of space for entertaining. You need a lot of space for people to be able to be sat. Through here, we have another 2 bedrooms. So this, as I said earlier, you might remember, this was my mum and dad's room, and this is my dad's profiling bed. We actually use this so that other disabled people, other people who may have MS or other things, can rent this out, and it will still be functional for their needs, so really good. We've got an absolutely awesome ensuite through here. Really, really fantastic space that is. A really sweet double in here. I've used the word sweet a few too many times. Just a nice size double, we'll call it that. A nice size double. Sweet is almost like a word for a little bit on the small side. But here's the other great thing about this property, and something we're going to do later. Let me flip this round so you can see as we go up. So at the moment, a bit of a dumping den, but up here is a loft space, and I don't know if you get the sense of scale, but it's huge. And this, we're going to either create a really cool games room. So can you imagine having a pool table in here, and over this side, which is the same size space again, maybe an air hockey or something like that, a real USP for this property. Because when you're doing service accommodation, I think, having looked at the ones that do really, really well, and I mean are always booked, it's the properties with a USP. So for me, I think a really good games area up here, you have such a huge space, kids and childish adults like myself who would love that, I think that's going to be a real USP for this space. So watch out, we're going to get that done. I think it's going to cost us about £10,000. Not a huge amount, we're hoping to make more than that this year and then get it done the very beginning of next year. So watch this space, I'll bring you back and show you that. While we're here though, let's have a look at the grounds. I'll show you around outside and give you a sense of all the space that we have here because it's absolutely lovely. 1 second. So as you can see, we have the French countryside and we have a lot of space out here. I think it's about an acre. We've got an old apple cart over there, which, you know, I was going to get rid of, but I think it's quite a nice feature. We've got views extending over the countryside that way. We've got a nice garden in here, completely enclosed. Let me flip this so you can see. Really dog friendly. There's a gate there that goes down to the river. Really nice sitting down there, watching the river flowing past. We've got the wood store over there, and then we've got a barbecue area over here. A lot of it needs a bit of work, a lot of it needs a little bit of renovation, but we're gonna get this season over and done with, then we're gonna reinvest those profits. And I think by adding those extra things like the games room and all that sort of stuff, we are gonna be able to push our occupancy rates up. Now, Guy, who's gonna be managing this, he's currently got 2 gîtes that he manages in the local area, both 2 bedrooms. He gets about £100 per night, and he's currently running about 70% occupancy. In fact, he was just saying to me, one of them is fully booked all the way up until Christmas. Now, myself, this is a much larger property. We're currently marketing it at £250 a night. As I said, we just had a 10-night booking over the Christmas period, which is absolutely fantastic. We haven't got the new pictures up, and we haven't really marketed it as well as I would consider we could. So my gut is that we're going to be able to push our occupancy rate up in the very, very short term. So for myself, it's a really exciting opportunity. If we just back engineer those figures and say $250 a night, and we're going to be doing that for 70% of the year, well, what would that look like? Let's have a look. 250, 365, 70%. Trusty Apple has just told me it'd be £63,000 a year in terms of rental income. Now, that's not only profit, that's just income. There's obviously the costs to come out. I have to pay Guy 25% of that for managing this. I also have to pay the booking platforms between 10 and 15% for the bookings. So there is money to come out. Now, the good news is there's no mortgage on this. However, I do have to split any profit I have because I own half of it and my mum owns the other half. So I have to split that 50-50 with her. Now, whilst I'm doing absolutely everything, I have no hesitation and no problem with splitting any of that money with my family. But I honestly believe we can push those rents up to about 300. I think we could put a hot tub here. What do you think, guys? Put in the comments, hot tub or no hot tub? Hot tub here, looking out over the French countryside over there. What do you think? I think that would look fantastic. Let's get that $350 a night, and then suddenly we're looking at nearly £100,000 a year. So I think there's a lot of money to be made here. I'm going to spend a bit of time making sure I push this up. I've got a lot of other things going on in my life, but this property, I'm going to make sure this is generating a good, healthy return. I'm going to do another video on the exact figures as they start coming through, once the new images are up, everything else. If you have liked this video, it's my very first one where I've done a road trip by myself, so please give it a big like. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And guys, I will see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers, guys.